Papa Lockin' everybody. With the end of our first Saudi Pro season, we got our final game of the season. You know what? We might not have had the best end to the season, but we're still playing Saudi football next season. We're in the Pro League still. There's a lot to do. I thought we'll do the last game of the season, have a season review, and then show you where my mind is at in terms of areas we need to specifically remodel, as it were. Without further ado, hit subscribe, like, and all that jazz above. Let's get into the game. We're into the game, and this is the final match of the season, taking on Al Qadesh Football Club. They're currently in 6th. We're currently in 7th. There's absolutely no way we can surpass them. Even with a victory, we will still be 3 points behind them. But we can deny them a 5th place finish, where Al Riyadh, who were down in 12th at one point, have managed to come up to 5th place. And, I mean, there's a possibility they could make it into top 4 if Al Ittihad lose their match against Al Nassr, who are, well, not doing well. So we've got an opportunity here, though, to stay in 7th. We could drop down to 8th if Al Riyadh win their game against Al Batan, who are officially relegated, going back down to the Saudi leagues. Altai came up with us. They're actually doing quite well, Altai. They survived. Not by much, but they probably will. So, although the goal difference isn't great, but Altai in between. We're not interested in that anyway. What we're interested is in the squad. Al Qadesh, who are the current champions, by the way. They've lost their title at Tifak. We delayed them a week, by the way, Al Itikaf. This is the team that's starting. We're going to Al Murray in goals, Al Najim, Al Karani, Luis Alberto, Al Nazan, Pepo, Hunt, Sik, Al SF, Al Bashiri, and Asiri up front. Jonathan is fit to play, 45 minutes of action. Not going to risk him. We don't need to really risk him. And then injured Saad. Damaged Achilles tendon, 6 months out. This one hurt. This one hurt. He's our top goal scorer, and he's out pretty much the start of next season as well. Well, Sek just passed him on top goal scorer because he was injured for so long, but it's a huge hole we need to replace next season. Anyway, let's go to the game. We'll talk more about the squad rebuild and all that stuff after the game, but let's see what happens against Al Qadesh. Start off about 15 minutes in. Hinshelwood to Al Rashid. Over the top. Al Nazan makes the clearance. Not that far, though, and he's given away a penalty. I feel like we deserve a little bit more from this league than finishing in 8th. I mean, we should be finishing a little bit higher than 7th with the squad that we had. We just kind of bottled it towards the second half of the season. I think a lack in depth options really paid off, and I think a lack of decent centre-backs also played a little bit of a bigger role than what we expected to do. I mean, since we did the tactical change, we have been a little bit better in our approach. Our last games, I think, was a draw, a win, and 2 losses. Our last 4 games, or was it two draws, a win, and a loss? That was our last 4 games that we played, that we missed. I didn't talk about them. Al Asari, though, I mean, he's earning that 2.5 million contract. I don't know if I'm going to spend that money. I'm hoping he goes for a free. That goal is going to count. That was a good, solid finish. Hunt to Pepo, right through the middle. Sik to Al Asaf, and a beautiful number 7 there. Played him definitely onside. Took his chance. Nawaf puts in the back of the net. I really want to keep Asari. I do. But we'll talk about it afterwards. We don't have 2.5 million to spend, unfortunately. The club finances are taking a little bit of a hit this season. We didn't have that deep Kings Cup run, which I was hoping for, which really does help the finances quite a bit. But in terms of this game, I mean, it's going as good as it can go. Al Riyadh, we'll keep an eye on their game. They're losing to Al Batan 1-0 currently, so we're still sitting in 7th place. Half-time here. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy. I'm going to carry on. No substitutions throughout this half. I'm going to speak throughout this game. I think we have a little bit of time to talk today. The video is not going to be too long. Albertan just scored a second one as well. So almost confirming 7th place with that goal there. I mean, we could score another one. That would be nice. Nawaf for them. Goal kick. Goes deep. It gives the ball away to Al Asaf, who got the assist on the first goal. Sek, our top goal scorer and top assister. Sek comes back through, looking for Al Nizam. Papo. Beautiful ball back into Asari. Turki Asari with his 9th goal of the season. He is on fire, ladies and gents. He is stepping up when Ali Saad got injured. Asari has stepped up. Maybe if I can find the 2.5 million, I will definitely sign him. I think he's a future star at this club. I think him and Ali Saad up front could be an absolute banger of an opportunity for us. We're going to make some swaps. Al-Bashiri not playing great. Matik probably come on for your final game ever. Al-Atibi coming for Sek, not playing great. Elsewhere, I mean, on a yellow card, Al-Najim, don't like that. We'll take you off. Al-Nazan did give away penalty. I'll leave him on for now. Let's see how it goes. We'll just make those 3 subs. There is a corner. No, there is no corner. It was just me not pausing when I wanted to make swaps. And I had to pause while I was busy making swaps. But as it stands, 2-1 up. We are 3 points behind Al-Qadash. We'll finish 3 points behind them if it finishes like this. In 7th place, Wang Xin hits it over. I mean, there's a world where some results had gone the other way for us. We could easily be in top 4. There were certain games, like the Al-Hilali game comes to mind. The Al-Khalji game comes to mind as well in recent times. I mean, those were draws that we lost in the dying moments. And those could have been easily victories for us, which helped us. Here's another one in dying moments that Al-Qadash are pulling forward. And again, talking about how we're just throwing away leads in the dying moments. This is a great opportunity to show you what we've been doing. Luis Alberto gives the ball away. They bring it over to the side. You can see in the box, just no backtracking at all from Al Karoni, and lets them score the goal. That's been our biggest problem, I think, when it comes to the defense side. Al Nazan having an absolute shocker of a game. I should have taken him off when I had the opportunity. We are going to end in a draw. You know what? Well done to the boys. We overachieved. We did overachieve. We will finish in 7th. Patan and Al Riyad managed to draw 2-2 in the end of their game, which does mean we stay ahead of them in 7th place. I'm happy. I'm happy with 7th place. Asari ends his goal drought. He's been on about a couple of matches without a goal. 13 hours of football, apparently. Didn't realize it was so long. You know what? Praise you. You had a great game. You had an absolute great game. 2 goals. You played well. Right. We're going to move on to the season end review. And then we're going to talk a little bit about transfers. Right, so we've got the season end review of our first season in the Saudi Pro League. We made a lot of signings. We'll start off at the top. Al Bashiri. Apparently, it's our top signings is Al Bashiri. 6 goals, 6 assists. Not a bad record. I have tried to make an offer for him. They said no. This one shocks me. It's the signing of the season, but then it gives me an F. We paid a lot of money for him. We paid 2.7 million for him. I think that was money well spent. 7 goals, 10 assists in the end. He was just under 6 assists. He managed to play a lot more games than I thought he was going to play. I'd actually bought him to replace Sek, who didn't have a greatest season last season. I didn't think he was going to make that step up. He did. But he landed up playing more for Jonathan, who spent more time injured. Another one, for my opinion, who should have been maybe signing of the seasons was Isaac Papo and Finley Hunt. The fact that we bought them both in for free and release clauses, which could potentially mean a lot of money for us, especially Isaac Papo. If we can sell him for 13.25 million, I will take that money. He has been very good, but I feel like at 27, probably looking at replacing him. I don't want to, but if I get 13.25 as per his release clause, I will take him. Finley Hunt, 7.5 million. prefer not to get rid of him. I kind of want him to move into that playmaker, into that centre mid role rather than playing as a defensive playmaker. So if Papo goes, he will move in there. Alma will come back to the deep lying playmaker role, and that we have those options to play. And then a couple of other signings. One of my biggest sadness was CRC here. I really had high hopes from Mamelodi Sundowns, my team in South Africa, but I just don't think he did well enough to warrant maybe a place next season. The same I'm going to be saying for Al Karoni. Yes, we got him for free on free loan, but I don't think he returned the favors much. And Turkey says they say it's horrible, but we are paying a lot of money. We're paying 375k for them. I don't know if I'm willing to pay £2 million for him as a permanent striker. So that is something. Our goalkeeper, despite conceding so many goals, I don't think was a bad option. And I think going forward, he will probably be there. In terms of selling, no one really had standout performances. So in that sense, very good selling. Al Alin, where did they finish in the end? Second in the Yellow League. So they got promoted with our goalkeeper, and Al Tawoon going through as well there. So well done to him on that side. Having a look over the overall season, I mean, listen, we're expected to fight relegation. At one stage, we looked like we were qualifying for the AFC Champions League. The board are very happy. You can see we had a very good start to the season, and then around October is where the wheels came off a little bit, and then the end of the season, from January onwards, it was just really, I'd say February onwards, it was absolutely just carnage. Going into this one, it was a bad one. Kings Cup, we're not going to talk much about it. We should have done better in the Kings Cup, but there we go. Biggest win, beating Al Khalij 5-1. Our match to remember, beating Al Nassr 5-2. We actually did that on a video. That was great. And then the goal of the season goes to Asari in the game, the final game of the season, a 21-meter strike. I don't think that was the greatest. I think we scored a bit better. But in terms of finances, everything going up. I mean, where we need it. The prize money, of course, you can see we made 800,000 last time, only 200,000 in the Kings Cup. Sponsorships, we lost, 20,000 is not the end of the world, but broadcasting has gone up. Competitive corporate and hospitality has gone up. Match day receipts has gone up. Shirt solds has gone up. We have made a lot of money going up, and hopefully that continues to stack up. Our team of the season, this is how we kind of lined up. I disagree with just one choice, and that's CRC. I think Al Karoni played a little bit better, but everywhere else, it's pretty much been our stock standard team for the season. A couple of record breakings. Al Najim breaks his previous record of most appearances with 158 appearances. Most league goals by a player is 47 goals. Al Saad picks that up again. I think that's from last season, though. And then we did break the highest transfer fee for 2.65 million for Ahmed Al Asaf coming in there. We've looked at all of these. Our player of the season goes to Al Asaf. So young player of the season goes to Al Asaf. Signing of the season, Al Asaf. And then top goal scorer goes to Sek with 10 goals. Most assists was Al Asaf with 10 assists. I thought he had 11. He had 10 as well. So they gave it to Al Asaf, I suppose, for playing less games. And then most player match awards, Al Najim with 3. And then highest average, Ali Saad with most completes, Hunt on that one. That is our season review. Alma makes it into the starting 11 for us, as well as Musa Al-Nazan comes onto the bench. Both of them coming onto the bench, actually, not in the starting 11. With regards to this, I do think, I don't know why it's a 4-4-2, but yeah, let's not talk about that. Righto, you can see I thought we would be the biggest overachievers. Al Asha are the biggest overachievers. We were ranked. Oh, that's in the Kings Cup. Okay, yeah. I thought it was the biggest overachievers in the league. I was like, but yeah. Anyway, there's that guy with the team with the face again. Al Yamouk. Was it? No, it wasn't Al Yamouk. It was Al Shahid. There we go. Just have his face on that one. Right. In terms of what we're going to be doing for the transfer special next episode, this is the team that I've mapped out of where we should be, our starting 11. This is what I feel is our strongest 11. Not Hakimi, sorry. That is our strongest 11. I think we need a couple of defenders in. We need a new wing back, 2 wing backs, and a center back as well. I think those are the 3 priorities. In terms of backup, more defenders for backup. I want to use Al Nazan as a backup, and I know Al Najim had a fantastic season, but at 30 years old, I think it's time we cash in a little bit on him and get $500,000 for him would be absolutely fantastic for us. And then, yeah, a couple of defenders. I think our midfielder is sorted. We've got Al Qahtani here. If you guys remember him, he went out on loan and has developed as well as you expect for a center mid. I want to use him as a backup option to Pepo for future. I mean, if we do land up selling Pepo, he will still be a backup option. I don't think he is quite ready for first team action, with Alma being the backup as the deep lying playmaker. I think could actually work quite nicely for us. And then up front, Jonathan and Sek are the two main guys. Alasaf and Hazazi, who can play as center or attacking midfield, will probably be the other options going forward, with Al Katabi also an option for us. He's actually supposed to be there as a second option. And then we need two new strikers. Ali Saad will only be available probably November, December for next season. Probably November. So we're going to have to look for a new striker. I'm going to try and keep Asari on. If I can't, he will be, obviously, I need to find then 3 new strikers. These are the players I've deemed surplus to requirements, unfortunately. Siasi Hawasi, he's leaving on a free transfer, by the way. His contract's up. So he is leaving on a free transfer. Al Najim, I told you about him. I want to cash in on him. Abed, leaving on a free transfer. He's done with the season. Al Bashari, not going to renew his contract. He wants too much money in wages, and he doesn't want to sign for us. So Mazaruk, umming and ahhing about him. I still rate him, but I think there's better options out there in the world. Al Jordan, I mean, if we don't sell him, it's not the end of the world. He's not on a big contract. Matik, I'm looking to cash in on him. 28 years old, not going to get any better. Hakimi, another one, I just feel like has taken a step back this season. Al Karoni, again, I feel like there might be better options, but he is someone that I am looking on. The only problem is the 2.1 million valuation. His contract does expire in the season, so I am keeping an eye on him as well in terms of end of contract. Ahmed, his contract is expiring end of the season. I think he's run his course here. I don't think he's suitable for this area. And then a couple of guys from the youth academies in Al Subani, Al Harabi, a couple of strikers, and then another Al Harabi. And lastly, Al Abbas. They're not going to fit in the squad. I might as well try and make some money off them and try and fix this financial peril that we're currently in. Because next season, they've set the transfer budgets. We only have 900,000, and we're getting about $1,000 in wages that we can potentially spend. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great. In terms of when we're coming back when the transfer market opens in a while. I'm going to smash continue. Coming back June 2nd, and we'll talk more about transfers. There probably might be some transfers set up by then. I don't know. The players that we have on loan, they all contracted till July. So those players, at least, we won't know what's happening much. We do have one signing we're going to talk about, and that is this guy in Nazir Rizavonovic is coming into the squad. I think he's going to be fantastic. 20 years old. And I think if Jonathan tends to get injured a little bit more, I feel like we could be seeing a lot more Rizanovic coming through. We have signed him. He is going to be joining us. Does it tell me what his contract is? If I click on this, £850 a week, which isn't bad at all for us. But then, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think of the season. Do you think I'm being crazy getting rid of all my defenders and trying to rebuild that one? I don't know what's going to happen. You guys don't know what's going to happen. Stay tuned for more action. Hit subscribe, like, all that stuff. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.